Okay guys, another beautiful morning. It's not too hot. The ride was fantastic. Right now we're at Royal Enfield Philippines main showroom, and I think this is near Timog Avenue, Tomas Morato, near ABS-CBN. So we're gonna interview the head honcho of Royal Enfield Philippines, Jimmy Barinaga. So a great buddy of mine. In fact, Darna came from him. So way back in 2020, I think. So guys, join us. We're gonna come in and we're gonna go in and interview the guy who brought in Enfield to Philippine shores. Thank you very much. And there's the man. So welcome to Royal Enfield, Quezon City. Yes, Jimmy Barinaga, big boss and head honcho of Royal Enfield Philippines. So pare, how's it been going? Alright, so guys, we're with the head honcho of Royal Enfield Philippines, Mr. Jimmy Barinaga, okay? So, Jimmy, say hello to our viewers.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you for joining us here in BOSSS.
Okay. So, dude, okay, we've known each other for a while na rin, no? So, dati bagtikan pa kayo, pare, di ba?
Yeah,
In Makati.
Yeah.
So, naalala ko pa, I missed, like, sabi ko, kala ko ba darating yan ng April or July? Biglang mamaya, September na dumating si Darna, which is my Mr. Clean, right?
Oh, Darna pala yung
Darna ang pangalan nun dahil makintab siya, di ba?
Yes,
So,
yes,
sabi ko, I'll call this one Darna. So anyway, so as per the flavor of Boss Talks, right? You're the head honcho, you're the boss. Tell us about the history, pare, ng how the heck did you get such a great brand to be here in the Philippines? Why not anybody else? What did Jimmy Barinaga do to bring it into the Philippines?
Well, basically it's a leap of faith, just like any other business.
Alright.
I believe that. Of course, there's a bit of prayer also involved. But how we started is, I'm into old vintage ancient stuff. No, just kidding. But I love old school things. So when I first discovered Royal Enfield, it was honestly like 5 years before, or even 7 years before we brought it in.
Yeah.
We launched the brand February of 2012.
Yeah.
Okay. But
wow, ganun na pala katagal, ha?
yeah, so we're celebrating our 11th year this February.
Sa
Royal Enfield in the Philippines.
May celebration.
There should be. Kahit simple lang. But,
just cover it, ha?
Yeah, kasi it's a milestone, no?
So, 11 years.
Yeah, we're 11 years now since Royal Enfield was brought here in our shores. So, how it started, it was pretty much, aside from me loving old school things, there was this guy in Bagtikan during that time. I had that showroom. We used to customize. Well, we do still.
Oh yeah. You do.
Yeah.
You used to do. You were a custom shop before.
Yes, that's how we started Hardcore Brothers Custom Motorcycles Inc. So that's how we started.
Yeah.
So there was this guy who came in. There were a couple of motorcycles on display in my shop that time, and then he was looking at other brands, from Harley, Triumphs, because we used to import that. Wala pa Harley nun before. And, Triumph. So it's basically import lang. Used ones, no, during the day.
Yeah.
And then this guy came in, and then looking at the bikes, and all of a sudden asked me, "Do you have Royal Enfield?" I was surprised.
It wasn't a popular brand yet.
Yeah.
During that time.
For me, it was my first time to hear. The shop was like 5-6 years old already, and it was my first time to be asked, "Do you have a Royal Enfield?" So here goes the story. When that guy said it, I invited him inside my office because on my PC, there's this 3-year-old personal studies just for my personal sanity. A comparison between a Royal Enfield and another brand without me knowing anything about Royal Enfield, the pricing and everything, since they were not that aggressive.
Hindi, definitely parang wala pa talaga, hindi
Wala pa.
alam ng tao yun
In fact, in APAC, it was pretty much quiet back in 2010.
Yeah, wala pa talaga yung brand na yan.
Walang brand. So, when he said that, we went inside my room. I showed him for the first time. I showed this PowerPoint presentation, again, just for my personal consumption. And then there's Royal Enfield and another brand. That's wala lang, of my assumptions. How much it would be. So, I did a little research. So, it was a sign. That's after that, he's from India, by the way.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Very young guy. It's like 21 years old during that time. Tapos, he told me na, bro, I know somebody from Royal Enfield. You might be interested. So I go, ako, light bulb moment. Why not? Nothing to lose. Sige, give me the number. So he gave me this number. I call it up once. Lo and behold, it's a wrong number. Okay, so I didn't stop.
Okay.
Honestly, I had to push myself already.
It's a minor bump.
It's a minor bump. Tapos, did my research. I was able to connect inside to the guy in Royal Enfield plant in Chennai. And then, through email, I said, I'm interested. Blah, blah, blah. Tapos siya naman yung send me a list of requirements about this long. So, ako naman, during the time, the internet is not that full yet, back in 2010, more or less. And then, I had to go to LTO by myself, check from the library, get all the data and everything. I had to fill up, so probably I scanned around this thick of documents.
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it did. No?
It's a labor of love, man.
Yeah. So
Thank you for that.
I finished it for, 2 months. All that, scanned and everything.
Yeah.
And then, here's a true story. I called up my friend when it was ready, scanned and everything. And then I sent the hard copy to them, syempre, late
To India.
To India. And then, I called up my friend who's into, of course, motorcycles also. He belonged to the Christian Motorcyclists Association. And then, and then, what we did was, I go, bro, here's a true story. Bro, I'm about to send important documents to Royal Enfield. Okay? Tapos, sige. Sabi niya, okay, what do you want me to do? Can we pray? Over the phone. And all of two brothers praying. And when he said amen, I pressed the enter button. So
awesome.
There. And then
that's a style, guys. Imagine that. That's his that tells us about the core values of Jimmy na.
Thank you.
You ask for the blessing of, the universe, no?
This is not ours anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so we're just passing by.
We're just stewards. Alright, and then after 1 week, I got an email inviting me to India. So all along, I thought, syempre, I have to see the plan. Is it legit? Can they deliver, or can we deliver as well? So, what we did, I flew there, interview, right there and then, on the same day that I arrived, they saw probably how Hardcore Brothers were. They gave me the contract. And that time, ako naman syempre, teka lang, whoops, I have to read through this. So I have to take pictures of the important ones and then send it to our lawyer. Can you check this? Blah, blah, blah. And the rest is history. So that's how it started. Of
May
course,
importante akong question with regards na, masarap ba yung Indian food?
Oh yeah.
Foodies.
No, it's one of my,
Foodies, pare.
basta foodies. It's
Sarap
one of our favorites.
Indian food. There's spices, di ba?
Spices, everything.
So you got to go around when you went to India?
A bit during that time, but right now, syempre, because of the business, like going 11 years, I mean, in and out naman. Aside from my, the adventure ride. So
okay, how's Royal Enfield Philippines right now doing?
Okay, Royal Enfield Philippines right now, of course, with all the bumps and the challenges during the pandemic, we're steady.
Royal Enfield right now is no longer a bit player in the motorcycle industry, Diba? Which is I'm proud because I'm a proud owner of one.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I mean, contrary to what many people think about, not coming from Japan, machines not coming from Japan. I'm surprised. I've had that for since 2020, right, bro? I picked it
Yeah, I
up
think so,
September
yeah.
2020. One thing for me is that I never had any problems with it, which is, you know, and then up until now, I'm due to do my change oil. The oil is still, you know, good, great color. So, you know, anyway, I have to do that. So, yeah, but the thing is, guys, the quality of the Enfield, contrary to what some people might be as having prejudices towards Indian motorcycles, when it comes to Royal Enfield, especially the 650 engine, I think they had new machineries there, right? It was
It's
a
a new
totally
engine.
yeah, it's a new engine, and it totally has like the latest manufacturing equipment that, in fact, mas maganda pa raw ang tolerances niya than the older bikes, because the older bikes, they're using older machines to manufacture the engines. So I can see totally why Enfield right now is creating or become, it's already a major brand. It's actually
It is.
It used to be the one of the foremost brands back in the early 1900s,
Yes.
during the war, you know, but afterwards that it kind of fell into obscurity. Hindi na siya masyadong nakilala because hindi sila nag-evolve to
Yes.
other models.
Yeah.
Yun na lang yung war, yung classic nila.
Yeah, kasi during that time after the war, they were just happy, you know,
Content.
churning out, you know, a number of motorcycles. But it's a fact that it's only Royal Enfield is the oldest motorcycle in continuous production.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
a fact. So they never closed. We just celebrated the 125th year
Wow.
last year, so I'm not good in math, so it should be 127 now. So
Okay.
127 years old.
Imagine
the
that, guys.
company. So again, it didn't close. Other brands, diba, they came in 1903. Harley came
Yeah,
in 1903. BMW 1920s, more or less. No, when you check on your history, but since 1901, Royal Enfield didn't close, didn't shut down. It changed ownerships probably, but right now it was, yun nga, after the war, they were considered a sleeping giant because they were delivering motorcycles to the military. So
Ang laki kasi ng Indian, di ba?
Yeah.
Indian population. So
Yes.
they rode a lot of motorcycles. Yeah.
And then during the day, diba, Great Britain has the most number of quality motorcycles, diba, from Norton to Vincent to Brow Superior.
Exactly,
All those
yeah.
players.
Yeah.
Those players are technically, some of them are gone now, but they're knocking on the doors that they want to come back.
Yeah, because
There are
of the
rumors.
resurgence of
Norton is back.
retro.
Yeah, Norton is back. Triumph is back.
I mean, you know,
everybody's back.
Keanu Reeves rides Nortons, right?
Yeah.
So-
So he has a lot.
Okay, so let's address the elephant in the room. How did the pandemic affect you, pare?
During the first year, well, everybody got affected.
Mhm.
It's nice that we're still here.
Yeah.
It's a sad story. It's a sad story ng pandemic. But us, during that time,
Parang mas sumikat pa yata kayo di ba?
no, it's because we persevered. Siguro that's the right word.
Yeah.
When everybody was advised by the government to close, here's to the government, kudos to you, pero we didn't close. We
yung mga
just
ano lang,
shut
no? Yung
our
mga-
shutters for probably operations wise, it's just 1 week to be exact.
Yes.
And then after 1 week, all the managers, us, we huddled via Zoom,
Yeah.
and then thought of, you know, how to adapt.
And you did
we observed.
quite a good, because ang maganda na notice ko kasi sa Royal Enfield during that time, no, very in touch kayo with the owners and you
The
know,
community.
like, we're like, before I got the Enfield from you, I was already friends with you and Oni.
Okay.
So sabi ko, when I saw it, I loved the look, and it already I had other bikes then.
Yes,
So
of course.
nung naano ko, sabi ko, my heart is beating for this baby.
Yeah, during that pandemic. You got
Kasi-
your bike during the pandemic, right?
Yeah, September 2020.
It's a fact naman during that time na kasi nga cars were not allowed, no one is allowed to go out. So motorcycle was the real means.
The main,
The
yeah.
main means. It's either small bike, big bike, regardless. But yes, going back to the pandemic experience, we just closed for 1 week, observed what's going to happen, and then we huddled, thought of ways. That's why our former national sales manager, Oni,
Yeah.
we did, like this also.
Brainstorm.
We had a, what's that? A Facebook show.
I used to
We
attend
should
that
for almost a year.
diba?
No?
Oo.
Yeah, kasi we want to be in touch pa rin with our clients. It's not because we're close. It doesn't mean that.
Yeah, exactly. You
you'll
were
be
doing
out of
that, and
touch.
then you were also featuring the different what do you call this? The jackets, the
exactly.
accessories.
Yeah,
no?
and
Oh, yeah,
showing
yeah, yeah.
showing educational things all regarding
With regards to
motorcycles.
motorcycles.
Yeah.
Hey, we gotta revive that, guys. So,
There
how
you
would
go.
you
Yeah,
like to see
why
more
not?
of? Why don't? Would you like to see more of Jimmy?
Yeah, so that's how we
You coped with the
cope
pandemic.
with the pandemic.
And in fact, actually, if I would say, you actually grew your brand instead of you losing traction during the pandemic.
No.
You grew your brand, and then you what do you call this? In fact, more people flock towards Enfield, the Enfield brand, instead of
think so.
because it's an identity thing for me.
Okay.
It's my most reliable bike, understandably, because it's brand new and it's EFI, no? Tapos and I wanted something that I could just gas and go without, sometimes when I have to fiddle with my Honda Pab dahil kasi, I left it for too long in the garage. No? You have to do those things.
You have to
But this
maintain your
one,
bike, so.
saksak mo lang yung keys and then, no pain, no hassle, and I love the bike, man. And I think that's what contributed to the continued success of Enfield. So, next question. What are we looking at in the future for Royal Enfield? Yeah,
Okay. Well,
diba?
we're opening. It's a blessing. We're opening stores.
Cool.
Left and right this year because we got stagnant. Also, I mean, business-wise, this is boss talking to another boss. So, no, really. During the 2 years, yes, we were selling motorcycles, we're selling parts. We're not hitting the target. Of course, everybody was keeping their that cash is king
because especially
attitude.
right
They don't know what's going to happen.
Exactly.
So it was good during the first year of the pandemic because people thought that it's just going to be 2 weeks. To 2 months, turned into 4 months.
6 months and then
6 months, and then lo and
1
behold,
year na.
basically we're still here.
We're still there. We're still there.
It's a shocker, no? The coronavirus was a shocker. So
Yeah.
I think even the government, I mean,
Everybody was
everybody's
taken
not
by
ready.
surprise with
Yeah.
how virulent it is and unprecedented that the whole world was shut down.
We simply stopped.
You can say everything simply stopped, and it's like, the streets were like ghost town scenario,
Yeah.
diba?
Yeah.
Na walang,
But speaking of ghost town, I mean, there were no cars in the street. It was a perfect time to ride.
Exactly, yeah. We were doing that.
Yes, we were doing that discreetly.
We were doing that.
Kasi,
Yeah.
syempre, and then imagine, during pandemic, going back to your question, we were delivering motorcycles because people were still buying.
Yeah, and they were
So-
like, Bagtikan had like always motorcycles going out when when your what do you call this?
The shutters were closed. So we were doing it discreetly nga. Imagine delivering to kunyari Cavite. Of course, there are checkpoints.
Yeah.
Manned by militaries and
Exactly,
policemen.
yeah.
But what we do, we change hands in the border. On the border, we deliver kunyari ikaw, bro, congratulations, this is your bike. Across the border lang. And the police will, ask us, what's that for? And then, sir, kailangan niya motorcycle niya, ganyan.
Binili.
So, nagiging kwentuhan even with the authorities.
With the
Because
authorities,
the guy
Tapos makikita
just
nila,
bike,
pogi-pogi na
yeah.
motor,
Pero,
diba?
again, how we did it? We were delivering motorcycles sa checkpoint. Sa border.
Because bawal, you cannot cross over.
Yeah,
during that
so,
time, yeah.
kailangan daming permit, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But that's how
Ang galing,
we
Ang
adapt.
galing. And
That's how we adapt.
actually, thanks to the internet, they were now able to really see their bike even before they get it.
Yes.
Right? They don't need to go to the showroom or whatever,
No more.
diba? To
No
pick
more.
their colors. Ayun na yun, diba?
Yeah.
So,
It was all online during that time.
in the future, what are we going to, expect from Enfield?
Okay, what I expect from Royal Enfield right now, we just opened our new Royal Enfield Cebu in Gorordo Avenue in Cebu, and then we're opening up also this February. We're opening late February. We're opening Royal Enfield Lipa.
Wow.
So that's a major one.
Yeah,
So first quarter.
That's gateway to the south of,
Yeah, first quarter we're opening
Luzon.
3 stores. So thank you for the support.
Dude, well, we'll see if we're going to be on a road trip and then,
Go.
you know, just inform me. Diba? So maybe...
No, just invite me.
Diba? Ikaw pa. You're the man, you know. So, sa future-wise, in terms of like...
Motorcycles?
I have to ask this because si Direct Vic, he's literally salivating over the Meteor. And sabi ko, wait for the 650 Meteor. When is it gonna arrive? Because I myself, if I had the wherewithal and I have an extra space in the garage, I will get one.
Yeah, he's gonna have an extra space in the garage. No, but seriously.
Too many bikes.
Okay, going back to the question, the Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. Honestly, we don't have a schedule yet. It's all over the internet that they're testing it, you know.
Ay, sobra. Sobra.
So the build-up is there, but I cannot say when exactly, to be honest. But hopefully within the year.
Is it already being sold in India?
Not yet.
In India, hindi pa rin siya.
Not yet.
Parang
So
ganda
it's been launched. You see a lot of noise about it, but
social media is like, you know, wow, I love this
probably
bike.
it's still under production right now to serve the the global community. Pero right now wala pa.
Actually, gusto ko yung form factor niya because one of the things that I'm not that small of a rider, but with the 650 GT which I have, si Darna, you know, I have to always keep saying that. Di ba? So you know what? Sometimes, you know, I think it's just a little bit too tall, eh.
Okay.
Diba? That's why when I was sometimes when I want to relax, I just use my Honda, which is like, and then nakita ko yung Meteor dito na 350. Ang sarap ng upo mo. So, you know, understandably, it's a totally different thoughts yan, ano, yung forma ng cafe over the cruiser, di ba?
Yeah, kasi nga, recently we just launched the Hunter 350, which is also the lightest.
Wow, really?
It's the lightest, yeah. We just launched that a few days back. Anyway, the 650...
Hindi mo ko inimbita, may kasalanan ka sa akin.
I'll send you all the press kits. No. But honestly, what do you call this? The Meteor 650, the Super Meteor 650, yeah, it's coming.
Join us next week for part 2 of our interview with Jimmy Barinaga of Royal Enfield Philippines, here on BOSS TV.